What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. And today, look, everybody, before y'all start saying where is your Minecraft gameplay, my Minecraft isn't working today. So today I'm just gonna have to create a Wynncraft tier list. Okay, that's what we're doing. So I've done where I've ranked my favorite cities. My opinion has changed a little bit on them, not much, but a little bit. And also, I've never ranked all of them. Right? So I've never ranked all the cities. And so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to have a full city, full rank all the way. No, like all the way. You know what I mean? Okay. So yeah, let's just go ahead and get started. Easy dubs. Where the heck is this first one? It looks like there's a red tree in the is this in the light forest? Man, that's so hard to see. Okay, let's start with Almuge, because Almuge is pretty obviously Almuge here. Almuge is a pretty top tier city. I like the concept. I think it's pretty cool. It's definitely got to be an A tier. That's cool. Let's go to the next one. It's going to be, I think, Sword. Now, Sword is over here. It is one of the coolest Sky Islands. It used to be the level 100 place. Super, super cool. I do like the idea of Sky Islands. Also A tier, but a bit better, I think, than that place. Okay, next we're gonna do Breminglar. Now Breminglar is a place of a lot of African themed in it. It's all a savanna. It's super cool looking, and aesthetically it definitely fits the vibe. It's not as cool as something as Almuge because it's a lot smaller, but nonetheless it is quite decent. So this one, I think it has to be C tier. No, B tier, because it's good. It's good. It's good. So, yeah. I mean, we might change it later. We'll see how it is. The next one that I can notice right off the bat is Sinfrost. Sinfrost is the biggest city in Wynncraft. It has some of the best building in general. The story is super cool. Definitely has to be an S tier place. Definitely has to hold that spot. Next is going to be Corcus City. Now, Corcus City is very, very cool. I love the clock tower. The build is amazing. Very complex, and it kind of brings in the whole of Corcus Island and a lot of stories associated with this. So this one has to be an S tier as well, although it's not as good as Sinfrost in my personal opinion. Next on the map is gonna be the Corrupted Village here. Now the Corrupted Village is next to the Roots of Corruption, and they have a whole problem with their whole deal. I don't know what's going on. They kind of got corrupted by a spike from the Roots of Corruption that grew up in their village, so they're all kind of crazy. It's a neat little town. It's a lot like Breminglar, where it's cool, but it's not really that impressive, and the city doesn't exactly make sense if you keep in mind other cities near the Roots of Corruption. Honestly, because of the fact that Alcorn isn't corrupted, and yet the Corrupted Village is further away, and it is, that has to be a C tier, not my favorite, okay? Next is going to be the Dead Island. Okay, now Dead Island has one quest. That's literally it. It's literally one quest. I feel like that's pretty dumb, you know? And like, the island itself is fine. It's cool. There's a ghost ship next to it. But honestly, man, I wish they had more than one quest associated with it. It's alright, but I'm going to keep it at the top of C tier. It's better than that place, but like, it's not better than Breminglar, for example. Now, next is an OG place. We all know it. We all love it. We all hate it. It's Dentless. Dentless is the quintessential city in Wynncraft, which means that, like, it is the definition of a good city, or of a city in Wynncraft. It's the center of trade. You have teleportation to a lot of places. It's simply really, really cool. So Dentless definitely has to go. Honestly, is it better than Corcus? Yes. That's my personal opinion. Fight me on it. Next one is in the light forest. We're talking about I think this is Ephelim. I think this is Ephelim. Ephelim is cool. It's magical. There's a whole little lore behind it. It's definitely better than Breminglar, but it's not A tier. It's not a big city. It doesn't really deserve that space. Next is something that's pretty much does the exact same job. It's Alcorn. It's a tiny, cute town next to the Roots of Corruption, and it looks super, super cool. I love just the way it looks. It doesn't exactly make as much sense as the light force one that we just talked about, Ephelim. So this is actually, it's better than Breminglar. It's just not better than the light forest one. Okay, cool. Now the next one is going to be, okay. The next one is going to be, what is the name of that place? Whoop, it's going to be Eltom. Eltom is a hidden human village inside of the mountains here in Gavel, which Gavel has only villagers living there. So the fact that humans, they're like hiding out here. The town itself it's so filled and so lively. I love the way it looks. Honestly, Eltom is an A tier for me. I love the way Eltom looks. Now we're going to talk about Fruma. Look, we don't know anything about Fruma. F tier, because look, we don't know anything about this place. Yeah. Okay, so next place we're talking about Gala Board. Gala Board? Yes, sir. Gala Board. It's this place where three rivers meet. It's they get raided constantly by a ton of stuff. They're in like the swampy, nasty, overrun places of the swamp. It's super cool. The build quality is very good. Honestly, it is high B tier, maybe even A tier, we'll see. Now we're talking about the Ice Islands. We're talking about the Ice Islands with two nations that are at war. The build quality of these islands are super cool. I love how it looks, but the story isn't that cool. Honestly, these guys, honestly, they could be anywhere. I'm gonna put them B tier for now. I'm gonna have to move some of these guys away from B tier though, because we're gonna have too many in B tier at this rate. Let's continue to the next one. Next one is gonna be Flashduck. Flashduck is beautiful. It is stunning. Just off the looks alone, I have to put Flashduck in the A tier. I love the way it looks. It's better than Almuge, let's be honest. And Almuge, yeah, I love the look of Flashduck. If you play Wynncraft, you want to check out this place. Trust me. Next place, I think, is going to be it's in the jungle. Are they talking about the Abode Village? The Abode Village isn't that nice. I personally don't like it. Bottom of C tier. Let's go on to the next. It's just not my favorite. Next is going to be Candon Beta. Now it's behind this giant Colossus statue, and it was just recently updated to actually look super nice. But there's no reason to ever be in that city. So it's better than Ice Islands. Worse than Levigard? No, it's better. It's like right there. It's just not as good as Alcorn. Yeah. Okay. Then we're talking about Lextail. Lextail. I think that's what that is. It looks like it's a Lextail. I'm not entirely sure what. Yeah, because they're kind of pointing in this area. I definitely think that they're talking about Lextail. Lextail has a super cool story, although it's a very tiny, ugly town. So for that reason, is C tier. It's a lot like the Dead Island, where it's one quest. Even though it looks cool, doesn't really deserve its spot. And now next is a big boy. It's a big one. It's Levigard, the court city. Now Levigard is super cool. I love Levigard. Fight me on that. I know the build quality isn't that good, but the whole design of it is super cool, super futuristic. I like it. You can fight me on it, like I said. I understand that it's not S tier here, but it definitely is better than Almuge, and yeah, it's definitely better than Almuge. That's my personal opinion. And then we're talking about, is that Naak? No, this is a different frozen place. Oh, we're talking about Lesuko. Here it is. It is a place near the Tower of Ascension. It's not that nice. It's decent. It's C tier. It's kind of mid. It's not too nice. Okay, it's average. Then we talk about, and now this one, Lutho. Lutho is the end game city, is the final city that you really go to before beating the game. It is super cool, well designed, and the colors, the design of the Sound Expanse is absolutely beautiful. Oh my goodness, Lutho is such a beautiful city. It definitely deserves S tier there with the rest. Then we're going to talk about one that I actually really don't like. It's Mayex, I think. I don't like it. I think it looks bad. That's honestly my first F tier. I think they could have done so much more with Max or Makes. I don't like it. It's not good. Okay, let's quickly go through a few more here. We have Mage Island. Mage Island is beautiful. I'm gonna put that on B tier. Move Ice Islands down and Bremingler down because honestly they're not that nice. Then we're gonna talk about, I think this is Maltic City. Maltic City is just a tiny little town here. It's cute. It's whatever. It's not anything special. It's a C tier. Then we're going to talk about Nemrekt. Nemrekt is a lot of nostalgia. It's just a port city. It's kind of cool for that reason. But besides the fact that it's a port, there isn't much to it. It's bigger and there's a lot of quests associated with it. So it definitely earns a B tier spot at least. Here, it's not as good as Gala Board, I don't think. And then we go to Naak, and Naak has a lot of cool stories, and it was just recently updated. Here it is. It looks super cool. I like the way Naak looks, and so Naak is definitely going to be bottom of a. It's better than Eltom, right? Yeah, it's better than No, it's not. No, Eltom is just so beautiful. Next is, oh my gosh, Olux, the swamp town here. Look, the swamp is fine. I hate Olux. We know this. It's my least favorite city in the game. Olux is bottom of the bottom tiers. Get out. Then we're going to talk about Pirate Town. Pirate Town is very cool. It feels so alive and filled. It is probably high A tier here for me. A little less than Omsword. It's definitely better than these other ones. I love the feel of Pirate Town. And maybe that's just me. I love the feel of it. Then we go to Ragni, our starting city. I can't harp on Ragni too much. It's a basic city, and it's starting. It's some cool quests. It's just a B tier. It's an A. It's a B tier. It's top of B tier. Ragni is kind of just generic. Yeah, and then we talk about Relos, which is in Corcus Island. The problem with Relos is that there's not enough happening in Relos, and it's completely overshadowed by Corcus City, and I didn't even know it existed for a long time, so it can't really be that high, can it? So I'm gonna put it. It's better than Ice Islands, top of C tier there for sure. Okay, now we're gonna go to. Wait, we have a second Maltic. This is Maltic again. Oh. Okay, so we have Maltic is kind of bad. Cringe. Let's see here. Okay, then we have Rodarok. Rodarok is an ugly city. It's underneath the Red Mountains. I don't like it. I'm gonna put this one F tier, but it's not behind Olux. Olux is definitely the worst city in the game because it's so big and yet still so bad. Okay, and we're down to our final few. We got this. We're almost there. Rymek, beautiful. Bandits Canyon. Is there more to say? Beautiful Bandits Canyon. It's amazing. It's great. It's definitely better than Levigard. Definitely better than Pirate Town. No. And honestly, yeah, no, it's not better than Pirate Town. I think Pirate Town is just super cool. Okay, what is next? We have this dumb town that was added for very little reason. Tempo Town here. I don't know why it's there. It's just a tiny little town, and there's not much to do with it. It's just an F tier. Not much. There's nothing really there. Okay, then you have Tornaves. Again, F tier. I don't like Tornaves. It's just a savannah place for horses. I understand. It's a fine city. It's not even a city. It's a town that does nothing. Then we talk about Thanos. It's an underground underneath a giant dragon on Ozoth's Spire, which is super cool, the dragon part, but the city itself, with like dwarves and stuff, is kind of mid. It's a bottom of B tier kind of city. It's kind of like Relos to me, to be honest. Okay, we're getting, again, two more few. We have Selkar here. Now, Selkar is the middle little area here in the ocean where you can travel to pretty much everywhere here. Selkar ultimately isn't that nice. I'm just going to be honest. I have a soft spot for it, so I'm going to keep it like in the C tier. It's kind of mid. Ooh, okay, now this one I like. The Seed. The Seed is a big city, okay? It's a gigantic city. And so it's super cool. If you want to see why it's super cool, you should check it out. It is a definite S tier. Beautiful city. I love it. And same thing with Troms. Troms is such a beautiful endgame city, a gigantic castle. In the Temple of Legends, you have to see it to believe it. It's amazing. And then finally, with the Z, it's the Zeit Island. I love the build of the Zeit Island personally. And honestly, it's the place of my favorite home. So it's gonna go. It's so good. It's like Pirate Town to me, except it's not as good as Pirate Town. I'm gonna say it's a little worse than Eltom. Yes, I really like Zeit Island. It's done so well. Okay, and then we have our final place here, which I am assuming this is Alderray. I think I am right. I think Alderray is one of the most beautiful cities in the game. The design is so great, and so that definitely goes S tier. That is my tier list. That took forever to do, and I'm tired of talking, but here it is. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know what you guys think. I'll put a link to mine in the description. And then I'm curious what you guys think. Yeah, so I'll let it go here. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll catch you in the next one. Bye bye.